It's high school, my third year, almost Sakura season, Valentine's Day a few days away. Watching tons of anime all this time finally gave me the courage. Why not take the leap and ask my crush out? I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? I was dorky, chubby as hell, a connoisseur of those niche Chinese cartoons, Pokemon for normies at the time. Let's just say the outcome to my grand high school confession was anything but wholesome. And perfectly fitting the theme of today's video, today's sponsor is 7 Mortal Sins X. Just like in the anime, this focuses on the fallen angel Lucifer. Oh yes, she's a lovely waifu. She's sent all the way to the depths of hell, and unfortunately the demon kings have sealed her power. So teamed up with one demon lord and one schoolgirl, it's time to fight the others and get your power back. The game has very lovely original animation for you to enjoy, so go ahead and build your party. I'm definitely doing all waifus. And definitely don't forget the other demon lords, including Pride, Envy, Wrath, Sloth, Greed, Gluttony, and Lust. So if this sounds tantalizing, go ahead and click the top link below. 7 Mortal Sins X is coming out pretty soon. Go pre-register to get these goodies too, which includes the summon scrolls, the level 3 trainer, and some coin to kick you off. Trust me, this is a game for you if you're looking for some spicy waifus. Recently in my tiny Japanese apartment, I've been binging winter anime last minute. Forget about the anime, I found my dress-up darling oh so super relatable. This super awkward guy being as clueless as ever with a girl. I mean, who can't relate? And best of all, some of the stuff being Japanese culture specific, it spoke to me. I was feeling awfully nostalgic. Hadn't I already forgotten some of these suppressed high school memories? Have I really been one of those people that's gotten such influence from anime? Silly enough to believe that you're that main character. I'd say the magical words, and she'd totally say yes, orgasming in joy. As someone who has actually moved to Japan, anime has really had such a huge, obvious influence in my life. I could blame a certain ex-chubby rat during elementary school.
Pikachu?
I really think whatever entertainment we consume growing up really helps to define us over time, especially during those awkward years. Whether it's anime, manga, video games, superhero movies, streaming.
Water is on fire! Why?
Standing the test of time for me, that's always been anime. So let's talk about it. That also sweet, relatable, sometimes confusing love in anime. It wasn't all too obvious to my dumbass self growing up back in high school, but I think both of us can agree that anime gives you this Japanese flavored point of view, which is actually one of the things that makes it much more fascinating. On the flip side, if you're American or really just not living in Japan, a lot of stuff from anime may not even apply to you. Now take that and think about what it means for someone interested in romance, except then thinking I learned a lot from popular anime at the time. Did someone say pen and paper? How about an actual freaking love letter? Don't lie, there's been a time you've always had that special someone on the brain. In anime, you almost always see the girl being proactive about this. You see the love interest being up late at night, maybe even trying to sneak it into the guy's locker. But you know the ultimate showdown, actually having the balls to hand it over in person. But seriously, I've always kind of admired that. In high school, there was no way I could ever do that. You can let me know how it is for your country, but in the US, there's really nothing remotely close to that except giving a Valentine's Day card. And that's in freaking elementary. Anything else feels super cringy. Although seriously, who does pen and paper these days? Oh wait, my high school actually had a secret Valentine's Day card service. You'd pay, you give them your crush's name, and then they would deliver chocolate and a card in secret. Guess who did a secret delivery to 3 girls? Maybe I've always been a little bit jealous and wish that my life was like anime. Okay, maybe not some anime. Why didn't the anime gods just bless me with a childhood friend? Between you and me, do childhood friends ever actually happen? It's funny because my introduction to this familiar anime trope was from an infamous, let's say, multi-love series. Anyone recall Suncoast at the Mall? During junior high, I would always check out their manga section. Let's just say some of the more cultured titles had my virgin eyes mesmerized. That's how I discovered the joy that was Love Hina. I'm curious, what was your first harem? Think about it for a second. There's a lot of things and words that could be used to describe Love Hina, but a major story point at the center of Love Hina is this promise made between 2 childhood friends. They got separated when they were young, things heat up when he suddenly becomes the manager of this all-girls dorm. Could one of these girls actually be his promised sweetheart?
By the way, look at what I just found over here.
By the way, there was a family friend's daughter who'd often come over to play. This stopped happening and I didn't see her until past uni. I'd see her during family get-togethers like Thanksgiving or Christmas, and it would always feel awkward as hell. Don't get me wrong, gorgeous girl. But as it tends to happen, we literally had nothing in common. Which for relationships, I actually wish I realized it sooner. The perfect anime waifu, does she exist IRL? Why can't real life just be like anime or video games? Can I just switch to easy mode like a normie? Imagine if the government just assigned you your perfect match. Let's remove all guessing games. You go and pay your taxes, and then you get your waifu Amazon delivered. Sounds absolutely lovely. On second thought, how about no? If you're like me, you've probably seen way too many dystopian world movies, or it might just be some VR world in a terrible Matrix sequel. I mean, who says you need Uncle Sam to find your soulmate? How about just worshipping the red string of fate? What if that really was its magical force pulling two people together? Childhood friends or not? I can't be the only one that's thought about this. Wouldn't it be nice if you just had to keep on working hard, endure those 10-12-hour workdays, almost believing there's a pity system IRL, especially on those awful days when you dealt with so many assholes, or you had to look at your sorry self in the mirror and convince yourself to keep on moving forward. Reflecting on this years later, you go deeper down the rabbit hole. This mythical red string of fate, soulmate, or however you want to word it. This belief that you have one destined match, only one, feels like it could be a very toxic trait taken to the extreme. Looking back, one of the reasons I really got along with my high school crush was her also falling in love with anime. We even often watched romance anime together. Ultimately, nothing can really begin or end if no one makes the first move. Ain't that right, Kaguya? And being an American, I'm curious as to whether love confessions are even a thing for your country. Although nowadays, it may be a super cringe TikTok confession. So before Valentine's Day, I took some of the video game money I saved up, I went ahead and bought some heart chocolate for the big moment. The plan was perfect, all I had to do was meet her alone after school. And you know me, I couldn't drink at the time, legally. So I turned towards some anime courage. You might have expected some season of romance anime. But no, I actually kept on rewatching the Kenpachi speech over and over. Must have seen this like 50 times. Still, to this day, anime does make my heart race when you got the freaking main character screaming out for his love, just letting the world know that person's special. So Valentine's Day comes around, I was alone with my crush after school. Let's call her Mary. That's when it came crashing down. No, I was not the protagonist. Quite the opposite, I was actually the whole freaking circus. Not only did I get rejected, Mary thought of me as a brother. Confirmed family zoned. So I moved to Japan and finally got together with my waifu. Mwah. Hey Elon buddy, now that you're done with Twitter, how are the cat girls coming along? So I hope you enjoyed that. Check out this video to see me talk about more anime, and definitely subscribe if you like this one. I'll see you guys later.